Hello everyone, how are you doing? That great music, love that, great. What am I doing here tonight? So it's the big week, we're back, 2018, fantastic, here we go. I might just have to move these, oh no, I'll leave it there. My gold Blue Peter badge there. My X-Wing fighter. Yes, 2018, here we are. And I've started this. I think I'm driving everyone mad with this boot camp thing. I don't even know why I've called it a boot camp. It's not really a boot camp. It's just a way of just sort of starting the year as we mean to go on. For me personally, it's a good chance to go, new year, I've got 3 months till the tour starts, really get my act together, want to be feeling great by then, need to be in good shape because I'm going to be singing a lot, moving around the stage a lot. So good chance to do that. And I've been sort of warming up to that the last 4 days, as you've all seen. I've been posting a lot. And the funny thing is, I'm not doing anything I wouldn't normally be doing. That this is what I need you to know. That all these posts, I'm just taking pictures of what I would normally be doing. I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary. I have a pretty healthy lifestyle anyway. But for those of you who are following, and I know there's lots of you because the posts have been amazing, and I have to say, you kicked into gear well before I started. Well done to everybody who's making an effort. You're doing, especially the runners. The runners are really... Some of the routes they post, they're absolutely incredible, really brilliant to see the effort. And I know there's some of you who've never even cooked before and you're giving it a try, so well done. Let's just get serious for a moment. In 2003, I woke up a very big guy, not tall, unfortunately, just wide. And the next few years, the next sort of 8-9 years were frustrating for me because I tried, if you name a diet, I probably did it. And it was awful confusing. I really didn't know, should I be doing diets? Should I not be doing diets? And I've been researching for all you guys the sort of last 10 days of the message that's out there, and there wasn't, other than books, when I was dieting in the early noughties, there wasn't really a lot of information. Online wasn't that big at that point. However, the research I've been doing the last 10 days, there's so much stuff online. I mean, there's annoyingly so much stuff because I think it's hard to know who to listen to, and there's still the way it contrasts. I feel like a lot of the information is really misleading. And listen, I need to say as a disclaimer, is that there's a few things. I'm really going to try not to say you should do this. I'm going to post what I'm doing, and you can take from that whatever you want and use it, because all the stuff I'm doing, it's a very healthy lifestyle. It's a lot about well-being. Being an older guy now, I have to look after myself a lot more than I used to. My body sort of stopped fighting back at about 35. So whatever I give my body now, it returns to me in the way I feel, and I feel great for a lot of the time. And I know the times when when I've had a bit of a weekend or whatever, and I don't feel great. It's because I've not been treating my body as well as I should do. And so it's a problem all around the world. This is that people are always looking for a better way of living, and it's very misleading out there. However, I've done a bit of a hit list because the one thing I noticed is that if you're following the way I'm eating, I'm not really eating for weight loss at the moment. Some people might disagree with that, but I don't feel like I need to lose weight at the moment. I'm sort of at I've been this sort of weight for about 2 or 3 years now. However, there is a lot of people on my channels asking about weight loss. So I felt like, as I said, I don't want to tell you what to do, but for this next little segment, I am going to give you some recommendations, and recommendations are the hardest thing because I hate recommending anything, because what I love, someone else might not love. And I think if you're going for weight loss, there's 2 ways of going. I think that the Amelia Freer books and the way that she approaches food is fabulous. And I would say if you're someone who wants to lose weight, and you don't mind it happening slowly, and that's the best way, by the way, because it will certainly stay off if you lose it slowly, I would have a look at her channels. And all of these people, the ones I know anyway, they're so, you don't really have to buy their books. You can sort of follow them on their Insta and their Facebook. They give you a lot of stuff for free, and she is one of those people. She gives her own advice, and I believe she's a proper dietitian. She's very, very qualified, and she has a great sort of approach to really good, wholesome, delicious food. I've cooked many of her recipes, and she is really fabulous. Let's do a little bit of myth busting, because there's a lot. I see a lot of how can I say this? Juicing. My friend Jason Vale. I've never been a big juicer. And the most famous person for it is Jason, and I've been to his retreat a couple of times, and I've seen and read all the, don't do juices, it's too much of this, it's too much of that, you can't sustain this. Listen, I've been there, and let's just talk about the reason for juicing, because in defence of Jason, he's not asking you to do it for the rest of your life. He's asking you to do it because the result of doing 7 days, 10 days of juicing, and I've experienced this, is it's the most incredible springboard. It really kickstarts you and makes you think about food. And I believe a lot of the people who've written about this haven't actually tried it, because I went and did a week at his retreat in Portugal, and honestly, by the 7th day, I felt unbelievable. I mean, it was almost like an out-of-body experience. I felt so sharp, I felt driven, I couldn't wait to get home, and that feeling sustained me then for the next 3 or 4 months of really considering what I'm eating. Why should I put that in my, but because you feel so empty, and I don't know, I felt really cleansed by the end of the week, and I guess that's a lot of things. I think that you don't get much on those juice weeks. You're not actually taking a lot of calories. And let's face it, we all have far too many calories. I think it's one of the modern problems, is that we just eat too much. So it restricts your food, but it also gives your body a break from digesting. I felt terrific. And I have to say, if you're someone out there who wants to do you've got a lot of weight to lose and you really want a springboard, just go and grab any of Jason's courses, because they really work, and you do feel incredible. And it's not like asking you to take some space food. This is real fruits and vegetables that you would be drinking. So I have to say that I would use one of those 2 options if I was someone who's trying to kick off with a bit of weight loss early in the year, I'd choose one of those two. I must mention some, because I've got some. I'm trying to do some films for you at the moment, because I just feel like posting pictures and things all the time is going to wear thin very soon. So I've done some video bits of shooting with friends of mine, really, who will be a great. I feel like they'll be a great help to you guys, because I'm not an expert. You see, I don't have any qualifications in this. I'm just someone who loves to be a part of it. I'm excited about it. It's if anyone who knows me, we just talk about food and well-being and tricks, how to feel good, and that's what I'm really into that. And so another few people that I've done videos for is both Jasmine and Melissa Hemsley, because I've cooked their food for years, and for anyone who knows them, they'll know how passionate they are. It's their life. They give all their life to what they do, and they're really brilliant at it. So I've done a couple of videos with those two. I've also tried to feature a bit of yoga, and Dawn and I are big fans of Shona Virtue. She's an amazing Australian. She's a gymnast and she's a yoga teacher. I think she's an instructor as well, and she's fabulous. So she's done some like beginners sort of yoga for anyone who's never done it before. I've also did a shoot with some fitness stuff with Hazel Wallace today. She's the food medic, and her workouts are terrific. I mean, I was exhausted by the end, but her workouts are very. You can change them, you can shorten them, you can work up so you lengthen them. She's really brilliant, and we also had a great chat, and we're going to try and publish some of that for you as well, because she's got some great pointers about food and where to start if you're lost, things to avoid. She's brilliant at all that stuff. And then I maybe do a second series of that where I've been chatting to Joe Wicks and also people like Rhiannon Lambert, and we'll hopefully try and continue this theme, because I don't want you to feel like this is just for a week and then we all go back to normal. I'm going to stay with this, and hopefully by the time we get on tour, we'll all be fighting fit, feeling really good. So I think that's pretty much it, really. I'll just talk you through what I'm doing at the moment. I'm doing my own food diary, and I suggested this, I think, through Insta last week. It's really interesting to do a food diary. A, because it gives you a bit of a conscience. Oh, if I eat that, I've got to write it in the food diary. So that's good. It's also good keeping track of water, and I always go on about water because I'm the worst at getting water in my sit, and it's as everyone knows who's been doing this week, paying. Making a conscious effort to drink more water, you do feel incredible. Is again going back to when I was at Juicy Oasis in Portugal. You're so hydrated. They're always giving you herbal teas and water. You feel unbelievably hydrated, and it's so good for you. So I also enter that into my food diary as well. Obviously the exercise is a big part of what I'm doing at the moment. I'm not, just so you know, I'm not killing myself. I'm not, pounding the treadmill. I'm respecting the fact that I'm 46. I'm doing a lot of yoga, a bit of Pilates. I'm doing lots of walking, and in amongst that I do my weights as well, which is I like that. I like to keep up the strength side of it. It always feels like I've done a workout when I do weights. So exercise is definitely a big part of it. Food portions. If you're someone out there who's trying to turn a corner or whatever, just always think of the food portions. It's the one thing with all those diet books I used to read that no one really talks about the portions. You can have as much fat-free yogurt as you want, and it just seems strange. I think get yourself used to smaller portions. And a great trick I learned years ago from one of the many dietitians I saw was I've got a really sweet tooth. So if once I've finished dinner, I'm already thinking, I need sweet now. And this guy said to me, once you finish your dinner, put your plate and your knife and fork in the dishwasher and go for a walk. Just get out of the kitchen. And within 10, 15 minutes, that sweet tooth thing, it'll have gone, and it always does. In fact, I even saved myself the walk now because I know it's quite ridiculous. That's something that was a big thing for me to get over. And then the last thing, because I feel like I'm stood on a soapbox now. The last thing is, remember that it's not just for this week. The things I'm posting. This is how I live my life. And if you're someone who's new to this. This isn't just something to be on for 3 days and then go back to old habits if you've had them. This is designed to. I'm certainly going to keep this up for you guys right through till the tour starts, and I feel like you'll have the hang of it by then. So think long term of these things. Now, I'm also aware that the last time I did a live, I didn't do any questions. And I'm going to have to put my glasses on because I can't see the screen unless I do. I'm going to have to move this guy now. Sorry, sir. Go down there, Mark Hamill. There he goes. Let me move this. Right, let's have a look here. Let me see if I can speak to a few of you before I split. How's Dawn's ankle? Not great. She's had a couple of casts now. They're slowly pulling the foot back to 90 degrees, and she's on about that much at the moment. So she's. I think it's next week she's going to have her plaster changed again, but it's a few more weeks yet. She can't put any weight on it, so she's a real pain. Believe me. She points a lot. T. So let's have a vote. Guy, say well done to me. I started it's went. Sorry, I didn't read that quick enough. Will there be book signings up north? I'm sure there will. I'm definitely planning on doing book signings. It won't be till September, October, I don't think. So yes, Dawn is keeping me fit. Don't worry about that. Food diary working on nights. I don't know much about working on nights. That must be. I always think of the airline staff and think how their lives must be disrupted. So I don't know. I don't know about that. It depends, I guess, because I didn't talk about sleep in this chat, and it's such an important bit. And I don't know how you. I know I've got friends who do breakfast shows and they always try and nap in the day because they're up at like 3 a.m. So sorry, I've not been much help with that one. I think that the thing is that I try and do is I try and apportion my day. I eat breakfast at 10. I have my lunch about 1:30, 2 o'clock. I have my dinner about 6:30. And then I don't, so they're my set meal time, so I work around them. And then you've probably noticed through the timings that I like a really good fasting period. And so if I don't eat from 6:30 until 10 the next morning, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 hours of fasting that's gone on there. And that's really good. I do that when I go on flights. Is that I try and fast because I don't really like the food on planes, and I think your body appreciates it. GB47, that's not going to happen because it's next week. No, the week after. Let me see if I can get to a few more questions before I split. Any tips for working out with a bad knee? I'd say leave it, save it. I tell you what it is. because I had a bad back last year. I think when you've got injuries, you've got to really focus on the food, really get the food right, because there's nothing more depressing than having an injury and getting back to form, needing to lose weight. So now Dry Jan is going very well. I think the one, for someone who drinks pretty much every night, I think the one great thing for me is sleep when you don't drink. I don't know the science behind it, but when you drink, you definitely don't sleep as well. And I'm sleeping so well at the moment. And sleep is such a... For those of you trying a weight loss, work sleep into your plan, because you need to be getting really good sleep. If you're sleep deprived, it's not going to help with weight loss. Dry Jan's going well. Signings in Northern Ireland, definitely. Let's try and do that. I sleep very well, thank you. Yes. Insomniacs fatty here. I don't know what that means. What's your thought on cutting out dairy? I did it actually last summer. I went vegan the whole summer and I loved it. I think for vegans, the world's a different place now. I think people are tuning in to veganism. I think the recipes that I've tried and seen are delicious. I think there's amazing... there's a couple of guys which I'm going to post a video from called Bosch. I did a cooking session with them that we're going to put on these channels. They cook all vegan food and it is absolutely delicious. So I would say anyone trying to do that, it's definitely much easier now than it used to be. What is golden milk? Come on, guys, keep up. The famous golden milk. Everybody's asking me about it. I was asked twice today in the street about golden milk. It's definitely getting out there. Jasmine Hemsley, East by West, I think it's called, the book. Fabulous. We've cooked loads of things from it already. Actually, I knew it's Ayurvedic cooking, and I knew nothing about it, and I still don't know that much, but the recipes are really fabulous. So check that one out, and I think it's on her website as well. Like I say, these people who do this, they're very generous with their recipes as well. So go and dig that out. It's my 71st birthday. Yes, congratulations. Stay healthy. Now listen, this is a good one for us all trying to be healthy. For those of you who got those Fitbits, I used to wear a Fitbit a lot. I'm not wearing it at the moment, but my mum wears one of them. She's 73 now. She cooks all her own food, so no processed food. She does 20,000 steps a day. She's an extremely positive person, has loads of sleep, and I've not seen anyone more healthy than her. So there's a lesson to us all right there. Cook your own food, sleep, and be happy. There you go. What about green tea? Green tea's great. Love green tea. Especially if you need a kick. 'Cause I think there's caffeine in green tea, so I quite like a caffeine kick in the morning. And if I'm not drinking coffee for some reason, green tea is quite a good one. Are you missing the boys? I am. I do see them though. We've got an album out at the end of this year, so we are planning things all the time. I love your music. Thank you so much. What about lemon water? Morning for me, lemon water. Squeeze a whole lemon into a glass and then hot water and sip it. Remember that with your waters is to sip, sip, sip. I've got so many friends who asked me to help them. And I told this friend of mine, drink 9 glasses of water a day. Got up in the morning, good, 9 glasses. I had them all this morning, the water. I was like, no, that's not the right way. No. Throughout the day, sip. Chia tears for me. Yes, very nice. Coming soon, a yoga music album. No, I don't think so. I love doing yoga. but the music's usually pretty bland. White tea is nicer. I think when it comes to tea, be careful, because there's only one cup of tea for me, and that's the English breakfast tea. Oh yes. Track from yesterday's vid, new solo material. You know what? It's a song I've had for a couple of years, that, and it's one of those songs where I'm trying to remember where I was when I was writing the lyrics to that, but it's just like, we're here, we're alive, you know, let's squeeze the most out of life, and let's leave this place knowing we've done everything. That's all it is. And I only give you, like, it's only a third of the song on that. There's much more to that song, but anyway, who knows? It'll turn up somewhere, I'm sure. But thanks for all your comments, by the way, about that. There was loads of good comments on that. And did everyone I wanted to know, actually, while you're all here and you're all reacting, because these messages are going up my screen, what about child workouts? I think they're fabulous. I think these kids have been you know, annoying us for long enough. It's time we used them to good purpose. Very handy, that weight. I think any child below 8, it's all right. But make use of them. You know, pick them up by the legs, up, swing them round. I think just get in there, do it. I'm working up to my big 17-year-old, who's now 6'4". I'll be lifting him soon. Okay, good. I think that's it for now. I'll try and check in. Maybe we'll give it a couple of weeks now. Obviously, I'm going to keep posting. I feel like I've steered you off into... There's a lot of people asking for weight loss plans for me. I don't know about that. Those couple of recommendations for me, I think they're the ones you need to follow. I will be posting weekly these videos I've been making, hopefully inspire you all to keep at it. But well done up to now. Thanks for being interested. And for those who aren't interested, believe me, it will all be resuming to normal very soon. We'll make sure that everyone's topped up with everything. I've been working on a bit of tour stuff actually the last few days. We've got some really good stuff coming for that. I've been talking to Mike a lot. I've got some designs now. Did I share those designs with you on that last... I can't remember. I've got some designs now for the tour stage. I'm very excited about that. In fact, I'm looking forward to doing some gigs again. Cannot wait for the gig. You know I love a gig. And that's it, folks. I'm going to leave you to it, I think. Thanks for being interested. God bless you all. Stay safe. See you soon. Bye for now.